The next leg of our journey through the Exumas would take us to Rudder Cay. We had a stunning day sailing along the coastline here. We saw millions of these tiny circular creatures in the water. They were everywhere. I researched what they were, and they're thimble jellyfish. They are a common cause of jellyfish stings in this area, so I'm really pleased we are not in the water at the moment. We passed Musha Cay en route to Rudder Cay. They are part of a group of islands owned by the famous illusionist David Copperfield. There are 6 houses available for rent on these secluded islands, but you will have to pay a minimum of $50,000 a night, with a minimum of a 4-night stay. Chip and I can admire these islands and explore their waters for free. A much better deal, I think. We arrived at Rudder Cay just before 5 p.m. and went immediately out in the dinghy, also known as Dingus, to explore. We were particularly looking for an underwater sculpture of a full-size Steinway piano and a mermaid commissioned by David Copperfield by the artist Jason DeCaires Taylor. It apparently plays soft classical music and is made from stainless steel and pH-neutral cement. Our explorations that evening were fruitless, however, so we returned to our beautiful and very solitary anchorage in this stunning cove. It is by far our best anchorage yet. The following morning we went to explore the area a little more on Dingus, armed with all of our snorkeling gear. There are some beautiful beaches here, but we are not allowed ashore. However, it is a really interesting coastline, and there are some fabulous caves to explore. Once again we went looking for the musician, but we forgot to take the coordinates with us that we had previously researched. There were other boats in the next cove up, but no one was on board to ask. We went up and down and round in Dingus, but could not find it. We decided to start heading back to Orion for lunch. On the way back we saw a stingray and a very friendly turtle who didn't mind us following him at all. The sea is so beautifully clear here. As the turtle was quite close to Orion, we got our snorkel gear on and we went and followed this turtle for some time, and he was just quite happy with us watching him. Or her. After lunch we went to find the musician, and we finally found it. It was so exciting, and the whole experience was like a treasure hunt. It turned out to be nowhere near where we thought it would be, and it was in about 4 metres of water, in quite a strong current. We dived down and swam around it for a while, but it was pretty exhausting work. The musician was designed to be an ecological piece of art and to encourage marine animals to use it as a habitat. Unfortunately, we could not hear any music being played, but the strong sea conditions could have prevented us from hearing it. While we were exploring the caves, we noticed another turtle nearby. It turned out to be a 3-legged turtle that we later named Musha, after the Musha cave nearby. He was beautiful and very friendly as well, and didn't seem to mind that we spent probably an hour following him around. Gorgeous creature. We were reluctant to leave this beautiful place, but we did want to shorten our trip to Great Exuma Island. Chip found another anchorage about 12 nautical miles south at a place called Lee Stocking Island. We set off around 3 p.m. and arrived 2 hours later. We had to go through a cut-in between the islands with several knots of current, but it was much calmer further on. It was another beautiful anchorage with interesting rocks and a lovely sandy beach, but this time we had to share it with 3 other boats. We went to explore, but didn't see any turtles or anything else, so we decided to say hello to the people on the other boats. We had a lovely social evening, chatting to very interesting people. We set off early the following morning in calm conditions under sail and motor. We passed Rat Cay, Pigeon Cay, Boise Cay, and also saw some Bohemian sloops way in the distance on Baratair Island. We did about 28 miles and had the fishing line out for some of it, but never caught a thing. By lunchtime we were passing Conch Cay Cut and approaching Stocking Island, which is just off the southeast coast of Great Exuma Island. We had heard that there was a great bar there.
you.
That's great.
You're great.
This is what all of these stingrays are waiting for. And there's seagulls too. Afterwards, we moved on to Georgetown on Great Exuma, where I treated myself to a spicy margarita. And it was very spicy as it had a whole load of pickled jalapenos in it. Oof. That night we had an unbelievable electric storm, and as the winds changed and swirled around, we actually did a 360-degree turn, and it set off the anchor alarm, so not a lot of sleep was had that night.